Lightning Islanders. Oh boy, this is not looking good for the Islanders, Mario. It got pretty ugly in that game pretty quick. It was a 2-1 win, so it really wasn't a high scoring game. But let me tell you something. There were a lot of mistakes made by the Islanders. I did watch this game a little bit, but the Lightning did take a 2-1 series lead, and yeah, they're just doing their job once again, Mario, defending their title. I'll start off with the Lightning for their stats. The two goals that they scored came from Yanni Gordon, Braden Point. And four, they also had four assists this game, Mario. It came from Blake Coleman, Eric Cernak, Victor Hedman, and Nikita Kucherov. And Andre Vasilevsky doing Andre Vasilevsky things, Mario. He saved 27 out of 28, which is a save percentage of .964. So not surprising because we expect that out of him. And the only goal on the Islander side, Mario, came from Cal Clutterbuck, and two assists came from H.E. Sizakas and Matt Martin. And Varlamov didn't have his best game, Mario. He saved 23 out of 25, which is a save percentage of .92, which, I mean, isn't bad, but it's too bad they lost the game, too. Let me go to the box stats, Mario, okay? Shots on goal, the Lightning had 25 compared to the Islanders 28, so they did have them on that. Face-off percentage, the Lightning had 53.1, and the Islanders had 46.9, so basically at that point, it's 47%. Power plays, both teams at 0 out of 1 penalty minutes, both teams at 2. Hits-wise, the Lightning had 26, and the Islanders had 39. Blocks-wise, Meyer, the Lightning had 21, and the Islanders had 15. Giveaways. See, this is where it gets a little bit sloppy. Giveaways, the Lightning had 14, and the Islanders had 16. And takeaways, the Lightning had 7, and the Islanders had 5. So let me talk, okay? First of all, they gave away the puck 14 times. Now, once you only made one goal out of that. Same thing with the 28 shots on goals. You only made one goal out of that. There were a lot of mistakes made, Mario. Blocks-wise, they weren't that bad on defense. Again, they lost the game. And honestly, I think the offense really needs to step up here. Their stars aren't getting involved. Anthony Beauvillier, I haven't seen him. I don't think he scored a goal at all this series. Same thing with Josh Bailey. He's not stepping up. Kyle Palmieri, he's not stepping up. That's my problem with the Islanders right now. You got those three players that are basically considered stars for you guys, and they're not stepping up. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the stats right now. Kyle Palmieri had 3 shots on goals. But he didn't make them. Same thing with Anthony Beauvillier and Josh Bailey. They have one shot on goal. They didn't make them. You know what I mean? You had it in the first game. Where was that strategy? Why aren't you sticking with that strategy? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get what's going on here in Long Island, Mar. I don't know what's going on. But you know what? They still have time. It's game 4 is coming up. I believe it's gonna be on let me check it for you guys. That'll be on Saturday, 8 p.m. on USA Network. But they still have time to figure it out, Mar, but you can't go down like this. Not now anyway. Now I could be wrong, because we have seen this painted picture before. The Penguins in the first series went up 2-1, they won the series. The Bruins in the second round were up 2-1 in the series. They won that series. So maybe we can see that picture again. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. But if they're going to repaint that picture, now it's the time to do it. Because you can't keep slacking like this. Your stars need to step up. Everybody on this team needs to step up. No more mistakes can be made from here on out. That's just that. As for the Lightning, again, they're doing what they have to do. They're doing what they need to do to defend their title. They did decent on offense. They did a good job on defense. And I say decent because it really wasn't a high-scoring game, but they still won the game nonetheless. But yeah, both teams had one power play. They didn't make it. They addressed my problem with the penalty minutes. They dropped it down to 2, so that's a good job right there. Because I think both teams had 30 penalty minutes last game, which is insane. Overall, Mario, I think when I look at the Islanders, and the Lightning too, they do need to make their power plays as well. Face-off percentage, the Islanders need to do better with that, And overall, Mario, the Islanders need to do better on offense. Because this was more of a defensive game, so I really won't go too hard on the defense, but offensively, they need to step up. That's just that. So with that being said, again, game 4 is Saturday night, 8 p.m. on USA Network. It's still going to be in New York, so they do have time to switch things around. So best of luck to the Islanders and the Lightning. And yeah, we'll just see what happens in Game 4.
Yeah, look, offensively, Nate, you said everything and you were absolutely spot on. The Islanders, this actual whole series just haven't been that great offensively. But defensively, I like what they did. Like I ain't got no problem with it. And the thing
Absolutely.
is and the thing is this, this game, you could point to the offense, sure. But again, they found the key again to stopping this team. The only problem is you didn't do what you were supposed to do in order to come in front. Now, let me tell you something. The last goal of this game, okay, the game-winning goal by Braden Point. This goal, what's so funny? And I know the stat says 0 for 1 on power plays. I'm gonna change. Okay, ready? I'm gonna change that 0 to 1 to 1 to 1 real quick. You wanna know why? Because the second that power play ended, Braden Point scored that goal. The defender had no chance. The fifth guy had no chance to get on the ice because it was already done by the time he got on there. I'm gonna count that as one. Okay, because you also got to realize there is a certain time limit for power play, but you also got to think of the amount of time it takes for that player to jump over the barrier, get back on the ice, and then get back to his position. That's like another 5 seconds you have to go. You have to go at right there. That's like a good 5 sec. That's like a good 5 seconds, extra 5 seconds that you have left. Braden Point, this power play went 3, 2, 1, 0, boom, game over. I was like, yo, that's not even fair. I'm sorry.
And
I
that
was
was
like, this
pretty
dude
crazy,
really
actually.
scored the second after the power play was over. The
Just
guy had no
count it at
chance to
that
get back
point.
on there. Like,
Just count it at that point.
and I gotta be honest, that was a good goal. That was a nice goal by
It was
Braden.
clean. It was really clean.
Clean, right between the man's leg and just right past the goal. Oh, that was a clean goal. I'm sorry. Credit to Braden Point. I'm not even a Lightning fan, but that was a good goal. But look, as for the Islanders, this is just an unlucky loss, Nate. And I do think you could take a lot out of this loss though, because again, both teams did well defensively. I mean, both teams had less than 30 shots hit on their goalie. That's how you play a game right there. I mean, the third period, the Islanders had 8 shots on goal. The Lightning had 5 shots on goal. The Islanders had a busy second period. They had 13 shots on goal in the second period, and opposed to the Lightning's 9. And then the Lightning had 11 on the first, opposed to their 7. So overall, Nate, it wasn't anything too extreme. The Islanders, they had the key to stopping them. I know Braden Point, he had a goal, and I know Victor Hedman had a goal. But when you really look at the stats, Nate, when you look at the stats for the Lightning, Nate, Braden Point, he had 2 shots on goal. Okay, Victor Hedman had 3 shots on goal. Nikita Kucherov had none, and then Steven Stamkos had 1. So overall, it wasn't like this big three was getting busy because they weren't. You did a good job slowing this big three down. That's all you can ask for. But at the same time, offensive guys need to get involved. I don't understand what the big problem is here with the Islanders and their offense. Their offense is just not clicking. Their defense, 2 out of 3 games, perfect. You have the key to beat them. Be better offensively. But I cannot believe this team scored a second after the power play was over, with 19 seconds left in the game. That is just unlucky for the Islanders right there. And look, it is unfortunate. That they did lose this game, but there is a lot. I say this: out of all the teams that the Lightning has played in this playoffs, I think that the excuse me, I think that the Islanders have the most potential to beat them. I think the Islanders probably showed more than the other two teams. They showed that, hey, look, we can stop this big three 2 out of 3 games. We can stop them. We just got to do it
They're there
more.
for a reason.
Right. But offensively, they're just not clicking. They're not clicking. For some reason, this Islanders offense is just not clicking. And that's something that they got to do. Guys like Josh Bailey need to step up. Brock Nelson is doing decent, but, we'd like to see more out of him. Bavilier, we need to see more out of him as well. I'm trying to think. Help me out here, Nate. I know you. Palmieri,
Kyle
we need to see more
Palmieri.
out of him. Peugeot, I believe Peugeot's on this team too. I could be.
I'll check for you.
Appreciate that. Yeah, Peugeot, Jean Gabriel Peugeot. He again, that was a guy who's contributing well in this series too. We need to see more out of him. And then this game, there were guys who have been contributing that just didn't contribute. Like Barzal. Barzal has been having a great playoff, having a great playoff series, but this game he just didn't show up. So again, overall, same thing. Nick Leddy, he hasn't showed up. And actually, I want to correct myself. Barzal didn't. It looked like he didn't play this game, which also could have been a very crucial factor because he's been playing very good this series. So who knows, if he was there, it might have been a different story. But regardless, Nate, the Islanders gotta be better. They gotta be better offensively. Defensively, you did great this game. Keep that up, but be better offensively. Okay, get your guys involved that have been doing a great job this whole playoff series. Just do a great job offensively, defensively. Continue what you're doing, and you'll be golden. As for the Lightning, look, I would like to see more out of the big three, but that's really not a problem considering the fact that the big three gets involved every single game. But this game was 2 out of 3 in the last seconds. Oh my bad, it was it was 2 out of 3 in the last seconds. Or if you want to count the big four, it was 3 out of 4 in the last seconds. So overall, Nate, I would like to see more out of that Lightning big three, and not only that, I mean, overall, if they could play as good as they did defensively this game, and they can contribute that offense, then the Lightning are set, But the Islanders are doing a great job defensively against them for 2 out of 3 of the games. And again, offensively, if they could just tune it up, then the Islanders have a chance to beat this Lightning team. But overall, this has been an entertaining series, Nate. There hasn't been a lot of blowouts. So the Islanders been doing a good job. I'll say this. I think they've been doing a better job than the other two teams, than the Hurricanes and the Panthers. So with that being said, next game, I believe it's going to be in New York, Nate, game 4. And it is going to be on Saturday, you said. So if I'm correct. So make sure, again, you go check that out to both teams. I wish them the best of luck in New York, and we'll see what happens.